Ratchet. I urgently need to know how the Quark versus Nefarious VidComic series ends. When are you going to play your new comic?
Quark, Comic Episode 2, Ariba Amoeba. A new evil was gathering in the shadowy swamps of Blackwater City. A horrific breed of monsters known as amoeboids, born in the laboratories of a twisted scientist named Dr. Nefarious.
To think, they called me insane, Lawrence. We'll see who's insane when my pets have exterminated all life on this miserable planet!
That should clear things right up, sir. When Captain Quark encountered the amoeboids for the first time, he immediately executed Emergency Response Plan number 2.
Hey, wait just a minute.
Quark then proceeded to stall for time, while he coordinated the city's defenses from the women's restroom at Galaxy Burger.
Give me that thing, you lying no-good poof! Right, now where were we? From the moment I touched down, I knew the situation called for a head-on assault. Without hesitation, I rushed to do heroic battle with the monstrous amoeboid horde.
It's time to fight
All right, now for the fancy stuff. Press X while I'm in the air near a wall to see my awesome wall kick move. Barbecue time!
His amoeboid army defeated, Dr. Nefarious had no choice but to flee Blackwater City in disgrace.
You've not seen the last of me. I will have my vengeance if it takes 1,000 years!
Dr. Nefarious was right about one thing. He and Quark would meet again, and sooner than he realized. For a true hero like Captain Quark will stop at nothing in the name of justice.
What? I held my breath.
If anybody finds
Incoming call. Oh no.
Clank, Bubby, you're killing me!
Excuse me?
I'm trying to make a picture here, and Mr. Big Shot Star is nowhere to be found.
I am currently occupied with a mission of galactic security.
Right, I get it. You want a bigger trailer? Done. You want a daily oil massage? Done. I need my star on the set pronto, capiche?
You're breaking up.
You know, I can see you, weasel boy.
Oh yeah? How about now? He'll figure something out. We've got work to do. Skid? What are you doing here?
My code name is Shadow Dude, bro. Black ops are my speciality. I figured you guys could use my help.
Thanks, Shadow Dude, but I think we've got this one covered.
All right, I'll just take my hacker and go back to the ship.
Hacker? Oh, well, on second thought, I think we'd like you to join the mission, Shadow Dude.
Awesome! This is gonna be sick!
The jackpot crate multiplies all bolts and experience gained for a limited time.
Forgotten how to swim, have you? Press square to dive and X to rise. Press harder to dive or rise faster. Your helmet will provide oxygen, at least in theory.
Careful down there. My scanners show a huge biomass moving towards you down the drain pipe.
This weapon upgrade features a lock-on mod. To lock on to enemies, press and hold L2 and R2.
He's a king! Woohoo! Sorry, dude. I can't swim. Ah!
Shh! Clank, did you hear that?
We are not alone.
Hey, dudes, I forgot to feed my goldfish. I'll see you back at the... Ah!
Well, if it ain't two of my best customers.
Slim Cognito? What are you doing down here?
I had a small run-in with the cops concerning a suck cannon upgrade that was mistakenly sold to a minor. I swear the kid looked 18. Anyway, I needed to find a less conspicuous place to do business. I take it you two are still in the market?
Well, let's see what you've got.
To access your secondary Quick Select ring, hold R1 while using the Quick Select.
There's the ventilation shaft. We must split up here.
Yeah, well, I guess it's time to put on the Tira guys and go meet my new pals.
Good luck. I will assist you if I can. Perhaps you should have read the instruction manual. It was nice knowing you, Ratchet. No monkeying around. Monkeying. Ahem. We are on an important mission.
Clank, that little sucker will chase bananas any place you shoot him. Give it a try.
Clank, if the guards discover you, just shoot a banana and have the monkey distract them.
Ratchet, I need you to extend the bridge at Junction G5.
Ratchet, I found some online instructions for the Tira guys. Let's see. When you speak to a Tyrannoid, you should see a holographic display. Just tap or hold the correct button as it moves across your display. Watch what you say, though. These guys have really nasty tempers.
Look, Gadgebots! I love those little guys. To give them command, just hold triangle and select a command with the left analog stick.
You don't have a chance against that thing. Use the Gadgebots.
Gate with the number on it is a bot port. Select Enter from the bot command menu to order your Gadget bots into the port.
Well, what took you so long?
Clank, what are you doing here? You're supposed to meet me on the surface.
I thought I would help.
Well, you can give me a hand searching Dr. Nefarious' office. Let's see it. Oh, look at this. The complete Secret Agent Clank Holovid collection. This guy's your biggest fan.
That is rather disturbing. I have downloaded an encrypted star map. Perhaps Al can decode it.
Great. Let's get back to the Phoenix. Whoa, deja vu.
Ow! Oh, it's you two again. Right on schedule. This here's one of the nastiest, smelliest sewers in the galaxy. Most guys wouldn't set foot in a place like this, but me? I just can't get enough.
Right. Well, we were just passing through. You can get back to whatever you were doing.
Hey, if you find any sewer crystals, I'll pay you for them in bolts. I'm making something special for the missus.
Sewer crystals. Uh-huh. We'll keep that in mind.
Ah, fresh from the bowels of a king amoeboid.
Sorry to disturb your work, sir, but you may want to know that your impenetrable secret base on Aquatos has been penetrated.
Impossible!
If you say so, sir. They apparently stole some sort of data disk. Well, I must be off now. Dirty laundry and whatnot.
Who is responsible for this outrage?
I believe it was a Captain Quark or something.
Oh, Janice, you'll always be the love of my life.
You really should have that looked at.
That moron could never hope to match wits with the likes of me.
If anyone can beat a moron at his own game, it's you, sir. He has, however, assembled a group of elite agents known as the Q-Force.
What? This Q-Force must be stopped. Destroy them! Eradicate them! Annihilate them all!
It's on my to-do list, right after folding your undergarments.
Well, team, I believe some congratulations are in order. After all, my plan worked even more perfectly than expected. Well?
Way to go, dude?
Don't mention it. I'm just doing my job. Now that I know where the Tyrannoids are coming from, I can put a stop to this alien menace once and for all. With utter disregard for my own safety, I've drawn up an ingenious plan for an attack on Tyrannosis. First, I shall humbly step aside, allowing Ratchet to free fall down and take out the mortar launchers at the landing site. Once the mortars have been silenced, the dropship will make its descent. Next, Ratchet will take the assault vehicles from the dropship, make his way to the 4 plasma cannon turrets, and destroy them. Once the turrets have been knocked out, Ratchet will personally lead the assault on the main enemy base. All right, let's get to it! Yes, you there in the front.
Yeah, hi. I was just wondering, what are the rest of you gonna be doing while I'm down there getting blasted?
We'll be monitoring the situation closely from here. Actually, we'll be down at the lunch buffet on Deck 5. It's Meatloaf Day. But we'll be rooting for you every step of the way.
Yeah, ma'am, we got your back.
Yeah, the plan is excellent.
Aye, sir.
Get me a sensor readout on that UFO.
Negative.
A new suit of armor is available at the Gadgetron Armor vendor.
Ratchet, that new armor suit for sale at the vendor is constructed from ionized adamantine alloy. That's one of the hardest substances in the galaxy. But I suppose you already knew that.
Ratchet, I couldn't help but notice that you aren't wearing your regulation green Q-Force tights. I suggest you get your butt back in uniform before I write you up for a
To access your world map, press Select or R3.
Captain Quark. First, you made another miraculous comeback. Now you've defeated the Tyrannoids in a spectacular battle on their own planet. How do you explain your recent success?
Courage, compassion, dashing good looks, iron hard abs! Seriously, though, to be a true hero of heroes, you need more than loads of charisma and a brilliant tactical mind. I couldn't have done it without these massive guns! Mwah! Mwah!
Glad to see you made it through in one piece, Ratchet. You must have quite a story to tell. Why don't you come back to the Phoenix and fill us... Glad to see you made it through in one piece, Ratchet. You must have quite a story to tell. Why don't you come back to the Phoenix and fill us in?
Press square to attach the wrench to the bolt crank.
Take cover! The noise are coming over the bridge! There's a hover ship pad near the center of the island. We need to get out there and capture it. There's the hover ship. We need to push the noise back and secure the area.
Glad to see you made it through in one piece, Ratchet. You must have quite a story to tell. Why don't you come back to the Phoenix and fill us in?
It was the biggest Tyrannoid you've ever seen. Big as a Star Cruiser and packing twice as much firepower. There was no escape. He was coming right at me. Closer, closer. Oh, what am I gonna do, right? Closer, even closer. Click, click. My blaster jammed.
No way! What happened next?
Yes, go on. We're all riveted.
So, this is the mighty Q-Force I've heard so much about. Pathetic! I could obliterate the lot of you, and they wouldn't even mention it in Supervillain Weekly.
True, sir, but you'll have done the fashion world an enormous service.
And as for you, Agent Clank, I have far grander plans for you. All right, Lawrence, you can turn it off now.
Oh, may I, sir? What a treat.
Al, come in!
Yellow.
Someone just transmitted a hologram onto the ship. I need to know where the signal came from.
Let's see. Backtracing the signal. Six-path alpha key encryption? Amateurs. I got it. It came from a facility on planet Dax. Accessing their computer files.
Planet Dax?
Aha! I found something suspicious. Patching it through now.
Tonight, we take a journey inside the enigmatic mind of our galaxy's foremost evil genius, Dr. Nefarious. We'll take a tour of this secret facility on planet Dax, home to some of the galaxy's most insidious superweapons, including the dreaded Rainbow Afrolyzer. Dr. Nefarious, we've all enjoyed your past work, but how do you respond to critics who say your latest galactic schemes are just more of the same?
I will annihilate them!
Lawrence, tell us a bit about this top-secret superweapon being constructed on planet Dax.
Well, super is such a strong word. For that matter, weapon may be a tad overdoing it. We do, however, have a lovely view of the ocean at sunset.
Is Dr. Nefarious poised on the brink of galactic domination, or is this super weapon just the latest in a series of maniacal pipe dreams? Stay tuned for more from Supervillain Weekly!
Whatever Nefarious is doing on Dax, it can't be good.
We'll check it out.
You're welcome.